Welcome to the Alila Shanghai.
This is the super long sofa, as you can see. It's located behind these heavily wooden themed doors.
This is the newest property in town. It was opened in September 2024, so it's been less than a month since they opened. The Alila brand has always been very heavily nature themed, and we've been very keen to see how they implement their brand into the middle of downtown Shanghai.
We were fortunate enough to get a Guest of Honor award from the friendly Uncle Lee, so if you're watching this, thank you. And the hotel was able to give us an upgrade to a deluxe suite, which I believe is the globalist upgrade room for your standard suites.
And with that being said, let's not delay any further and jump right into the review. We'll start by giving you a tour of our deluxe suite, and then take a look around the rest of the property, including the amazing pool. And then we'll finish up by trying the fabulous breakfast and lunch offerings.
Welcome to Alila Shanghai. So we're on floor 15, we're in room 11. And at the end of the hallway, you usually know that this is going to be a suite, which is accurate in this case. So welcome to the room. The first thing you'll see is a place for you to store your luggage, as well as a ton of wood and soft lighting, which this kind of motif carries throughout the rest of the room. So if you follow me, this is the beautiful, beautiful living room. It has a vaulted ceiling, a super long couch, as well as a table with some welcome amenities already placed here for us. These look like shy muscat grapes. This looks like a beautiful mango tartlet. And then on this side is like a dining table for you to have in-room dining, or if you want to have breakfast here, that you can do that as well. Outside, just not a crazy view. The Alila Shanghai isn't as tall as the St. Regis or as some other buildings here. So, and we're on a pretty low floor considering we're on floor 15. So the view outside isn't the best. I would say that might be like a slight downside, but I'm sure you can tell from the rest of the room that it's a very beautiful room. It's a very beautiful hotel. And with it being so new, it's still like a fantastic place to stay. And just behind the dining room table is this little book nook, I guess. There's two books here and a little stool, I guess. I think it's just decorative. But yeah, there's two books here if you would like to read and learn about, I guess, Chinese culture. We're already illiterate in English, so don't even need to talk about reading in Chinese. And this is the super long sofa, as you can see. Like, you can literally sleep here with two people, like lying down. And it's pretty comfortable. A decent amount of firmness, and it has some nice pillows. And of course, it has a table here, and you'll be facing directly a large Samsung TV. The book theme seems to carry throughout the rest of this room as well. So again, you'll see lots of wood and soft lighting, but here you'll see another book nook with two bookmarks that we're definitely gonna take, as well as pre-filled 大白兔 or big white rabbit candy.
That is amazing. I wonder if they'll restock this every day.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll empty it and then we'll see. So again, there's some books here if you like to read. Again, we're illiterate, so that's okay. Right beside the couch is the mini bar, or like the drink section. So up top, I believe this is some sort of tea apparatus. I'm honestly not sure. I think it's tea related.
This is too advanced for us.
So if you guys know, let me know. Down here is a beautiful smeg. So again, the devil's in the details, right? So when you look at like the water kettle that the hotel uses, the room key that they use, or like the little touches such as the big white rabbit and stuff, it really shows you that they put care and thought into providing like a luxurious experience for your guest. So yeah, smeg water kettle, coffee machine. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know if this coffee machine is any good, but it is by Nespresso. Down here is the aforementioned unlimited minibar. So upon check-in, they'll tell you that they'll be restocking this minibar, and everything in here is complimentary. Next up, let's move on to the bedroom. The bedroom is located behind these heavily wooden themed doors. And of course, all the doors and kind of stuff that you touch have soft close. So again, that's just another one of those small details that really, really matter in a high-end property. When you have experience closing a door or like a closet or something with soft close, like this is not the same when you don't have it. So right front and center is this TV. So unfortunately, this TV is one of those that are mounted like offside, where it's not facing the bed. The best that it can do is it comes out to here and it pivots. So like the viewing experience will probably be okay, but it's not ideal. But again, you do have an entire sofa and TV here as well. So you can just watch yourself there and go to bed here. Other than the TV, it's pretty simple. So of course you have your very large king size bed, and you have 2 bedside tables. You have buttons to control all of your lighting. So you have your bedroom lights, living room lights. You want bright, soft. You can have bedside lights. You have curtains, and you have your plugs here. Again, all the curtains, both in the bedroom and the living room, are controlled electronically. Okay, so last but not least, to round out this room tour, of course, is the bathroom. So the bathroom is connected behind this door from the living room, as well as that door in the bedroom, which we'll get to. So if you come in, the first thing you'll see is your closet. For some people, this closet may be too small. It is a little bit on the smaller side, and there's not a ton of space for you to put your things. But for us, we don't travel with a ton of clothes, and when we do, and even if we do have clothes, we generally leave them in our luggages. Directly opposite the closet is, I guess, your powder room. The toilet chamber is of course separated from the rest of the bathroom, as well as the shower. The toilet does have a smart total washlet, which is to Kelly's preferences as the superior smart toilet solution. The thing that they included in this room that is very nice, again, the details, is that there's a sink in the toilet room, out separate from the vanity and separate from the shower. Right next to the water closet is actually the shower room, actually. So this, behind this black door, is the shower suite. So you have a waterfall shower head, you have a shower wand, and you have your controls here. Overall, the shower suite is very large, very spacious. You can probably fit like 4 people in here if you really wanted to conserve water. But one thing, again, small details matter in this space. Look, these are small sized, like travel sized amenity products, which if you've stayed at any hotel in the past like 5 years, you know that these have been gone. The other thing in the shower room is actually this bathtub. When we first came in, we thought this room just didn't have a bathtub, but it does. And it's nothing special where it doesn't really have a view or anything, but it does seem pretty cozy. It's pretty large. I'm sure the amenities are nice, and it's a pretty good place to kind of just chill out, relax. Again, I keep harping on this whole details matter thing, but that even holds true even in the vanity area, where if you look closely, the 2 sinks are different colors to dictate which person, you know, has which side. Except when left and right, you can be like, okay, you can pick your color. Another thing that I've noticed actually is that the amenities are very nice. So this little box contains your toothpaste, toothbrush, hair comb, and like you have your Q-tips and stuff. But we were under the impression that Shanghai didn't actually allow hotels to give out like disposable amenities like all the time, and then you had to request them. But I'm not sure how they were able to accomplish that. But again, small details matter. For example, at the St. Regis, we had to ask for dental kits and toothpaste, but here it's already provided, so that's great. Okay, that concludes the tour of the Grand Deluxe Suite at the Alila Shanghai. Overall, first impressions has been amazing. I'll hand it over now to Kelly for the grape and mango tart review.
Thank you, Kevin. So I, as you guys may know, do the food reviews around here. So I will start with the Shine Muscat grapes. We were also offered some of these grapes back in Japan at the Ritz-Carlton Kyoto. Although I have to say, the Alila has given us a much bigger bunch. These are really expensive, but that's because they're apparently really, really good. So we're not entirely sure if these are Shine Muscats, but they do look very similar. Now let's give them a taste and see if they taste the same too.
Maybe not quite as sweet, but they do taste pretty premium.
Yeah, I think they taste very good. I agree, maybe not as sweet, but the firmness is pretty much what I imagined or expected. Okay, now let's give the mango tartlet a try. It even has the Alila Shanghai printed on it in white chocolate, although I have to say it looks like it's ran off a bit. Okay, I think it's not mango, it's lemon.
Lemon pie.
Yeah. Kind of like a cross between a cheesecake and a lemon meringue.
Oh, does this remind you of that Cornish lemon tart that we bought?
A
this
little
is
bit,
so much better.
Way better. Overall, I would say the welcome amenity at this property has been amazing. Like, there's a lot of food, first of all, but also both of the items were really delicious. Definitely a step up from the St. Regis. Now that the room tour is done, we'll take you around the rest of the property, show you the pool, the spa, go outside onto the balcony.
You enter on the ground floor at a nondescript driveway leading to a tunnel-like entrance. Once you enter, you'll be greeted by porters as well as the concierge desk. Here, they will take your luggage and receive packages for you. Taking the elevators tucked away in the back of the lobby level will bring you to the hotel proper. To the right of you is the Garden Pavilion, which provides breakfast in the morning and turns into a Japanese restaurant for lunch and dinner. To the left is a reading nook and check-in counters. The check-in area is facing the secret roof with some comfortable couches as the formalities get taken care of.
Welcome to the balcony area. This is a little area just outside of the lobby. There's a dining table for some reason. Lots of green stuff everywhere. Wow, I think this is aloe. Yeah, pretty sure that's aloe. Pretty cool. And it also has a great view of downtown Shanghai. I also really like this area. Cute little area to hang out. Some more chairs over here.
Then you'll head down the hallway where the elevators to the guest rooms are located. And behind that is Weihai 500, which is the flagship restaurant on the property serving Shanghainese cuisine, and it will be where we'll be having lunch. You're able to access the gym and the pool using the elevators to the guest room. They are both situated on level 5. The pool area is tranquil with a large triangular-shaped infinity pool, a hydrotherapy bath, and a wet sauna. There's plenty of extra towels and seating, and even Dyson hair dryers in the changing rooms. The fitness center is on the opposite side of the pool and is nicely equipped and spacious, with lemon water and yoga mats, in addition to the machines and free weights.
And just like at the St. Regis, because this is a Shanghai law, you need to wear a swim cap before going into the pool. Okay, now let's head over to the pool. Welcome to the sauna. It's just off to the side of the hydrotherapy pool. It doesn't feel very hot, does it? The change rooms are clean and stocked with amenities, plus lots of lockers with pin codes for you to store your stuff. Update, these robes are amazing. They are so comfy on the inside and out. Look at this, it's like a really soft, plushy material. And I'm sure you can tell just from how it looks, it is really, really cozy. Oh, and these slippers are the absolute best. They're so luxurious and comfortable. Probably the best hotel slippers we've ever tried. Breakfast is served in the Garden Pavilion and it is a combination of a la carte and buffet. Free breakfast is included for Hyatt Globalist members. The buffet options are mostly fruit, bread, or pastries and the charcuterie board, whereas the main hot dishes are all on the menu. Note that you're able to order as much as you want off the menu, as long as you don't waste food, which is an amazing perk. Our shalom ball and pot stickers were pretty good. And my Shanghai style salty soy milk was really savory and light. We wanted to highlight the pastries specifically for being both beautifully made and scrumptious. This breakfast spread is the perfect way to start the morning.
For lunch, we went to the hotel's flagship restaurant called 500 Weihai. Their lunch menu is an interesting all-you-can-eat a la carte concept where you can order as many dishes off the menu as you would like.
So the menu starts off with appetizers, and it's also the longest section of the menu. The deep-fried halibut gets a 4.5 out of 5. It was one of our favorites. The deep-fried river eel was a 3.5 out of 5. It was a bit unevenly seasoned, but the bits that were seasoned well were absolutely delicious and super crispy. The marinated jellyfish is a 3 out of 5. It was pretty decent, but I've had comparable jellyfish from those ready-to-eat packs you buy from the supermarket. The deep-fried pork neck was 4 out of 5. It was crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. The stewed lotus root is a sweet dish, and it gets a 3 out of 5 from me, but you will probably like it more if you enjoy lotus root. The marinated Chinese kale was my least favorite appetizer dish. It was really sour, and by the way, this is not the curly leaf kale you may be expecting. It's more like celtus. Moving on to the soup section, there are just 2 soups to order. The first is a braised fish soup, which I would give 3 out of 5. The flavor was a little bit one note, and the texture was boring. The double boiled mushroom soup gets 3.5 out of 5. It has only 2 types of mushroom, and again, it just wasn't very interesting, but the broth was quite tasty. Next is the seafood section. The braised fresh abalone comes with a whole abalone, a broccoli floret, although the menu says this should be Shanghai bok choy, and a small portion of rice, with just enough oyster sauce to pair with the rice. This was delicious. 4 out of 5. The steamed white fish is cooked in chicken oil with Chinese preserved vegetables. It tasted weird to us and also was really difficult to eat because of all the bones in the fish. 2 out of 5. The pork belly wasn't quite as good as we've had at other Shanghainese restaurants, so it gets a 3 out of 5. The pigeon dish is a 4 out of 5. It's also nice that they provide gloves with this dish so you can chomp freely without getting your hands dirty. Next is the vegetables section. To be honest, I'm a bit confused why this eel tofu clay pot dish is in the vegetables part of the menu because there isn't a lot of veggie going on. However, the tofu was quite delicious. The soup was really good too, 5 out of 5. Moving on to the rice and noodles. We only ordered the Shanghai style clay pot rice, but this bowl of rice was so tasty that we ordered it twice, 5 out of 5. The dim sum section of the menu has a lot of repeats from breakfast, such as the vegetable bun, the xiao mai, the xiaolongbao, and the pot stickers. The new ones that were on the lunch only menu are the steamed jujube rice cake and the deep fried spring roll. Fish is a creative choice for a spring roll, but it didn't work super well, 2.5 out of 5. The rice cake might be your thing if you like dense, claggy cakes, 3 out of 5. Kevin liked the baked mini mooncakes quite a bit. He gives them a 4.5 out of 5. They were filled very nicely with lots of meat. The final section is dessert and it's pretty small, but we liked both of the ice creams we got. The vanilla ice cream is 4.5 out of 5 and the frozen yogurt gets a solid 5 out of 5. I especially love the freeze-dried chunks of yogurt sprinkled around it. They were these tangy bursts of concentrated yogurt flavor. Loved it. Overall, the food here was great, and you should know that these ratings are comparing the dishes to each other, so even a 3 out of 5 here was really good compared to most other buffets. However, a caveat is that the service is slow and they take a while to bring out each dish, so you should arrive at least 2 hours before last call to make sure you have enough time to sample all the dishes you want. Also, the dishes don't come in order. For example, we got the ice cream before some of our mains arrived. Another thing we found odd was that if you charge the bill to your room, you don't get complimentary tea and soft drinks, but if you pay the bill separately, you do. But the price is the same either way, so we're not sure why they have this specific restriction on the drinks.
So the Alila Shanghai is part of the Hyatt group of hotels, which means that you can use your Hyatt points to stay here, as well as you're able to take advantage of Guest of Honor awards or Suite Upgrade awards as well. This property is category 5, which means that our night here can range from 17k to 23k Hyatt points per night. Cash rates here aren't super cheap for an Asian hotel. However, given what we've seen so far, as well as what you'll see in the video, I think the cash rates are pretty reasonable. Redeeming points here won't get you outsized value compared to some other properties such as Ventana Big Sur. However, the cash rates here are also not crazy, so I can definitely see a traveler wanting to either book with points or cash, and there could be reasonable justifications for either option. I think this property is definitely worth a stay, whether you book on cash or points, as I'm very impressed with what the hotel has offered so far. And that concludes our review of the Alila Shanghai. As the newest property in town and wearing the Alila brand, I had high expectations going to this stay. I would say that this property has exceeded most of them, with the highlights being the room, amenities, pool, and breakfast. With it being so new, there are still some quirks to iron out, such as lunch, and we had a small leak under our vanity, which put one of our sinks out of commission, so that was definitely a low light. With all things considered, I would give this stay a 7 out of 10, and that's with placing a heavy penalty on the leak. I think this hotel is worth a stop, especially before it gets popular and crowded with guests. I'm curious to stay here again to see how and if the hotel is able to cope with a higher occupancy rate.